All right. Well, greetings and salutations to everybody out there in YouTube land. I'm your host once again, Dan Thornton. I want to thank you all for joining us today. Lions Talk Live. We're going to do the mock draft simulator. You guys have all done it before. We're going to try to have a little fun with it just so you guys can remember how it works. We're going to go ahead and we're going to select just the Detroit Lions. We're going to put in the speed as normal, and we'll go through and we'll simulate any kind of changes that may happen in it as far as, hey, this team wants to make a trade with us, etc. We'll just have a little bit of fun with it and see what happens. The Sarge, Tony Libretto, may be able to jump in with us. He may not. And we'll just, we'll play it by ear and see what we can do to make this as fun and interactive as you guys normally seem to have with it. So just keep in mind, it's a simulation. It's not to be taken as reality. It's not going to be taken as, the gospel or anything of that sort. So again, just have a little fun with it. It looks like some things have changed with it, so I apologize if it's not exactly what it's been in the past, but we'll have to try to figure it out as we go, have a little fun with it, and maybe get a little bit of an idea about a few more players that maybe we don't know about, etc., and just see what the Lions might do with things. Before we get into the actual content, though, a couple things real quick. If you haven't yet subscribed to Lions Talk Live, please consider doing so. Making a push to get 6,000, and every day we matriculate our way forward towards it. So, hey, if you haven't subscribed and you're into the Detroit Lions, go ahead and hit that subscription button. Also, if you're enjoying the video content there within, go ahead and leave a thumbs up on it. Other than that, one last thing. If you were not aware, outside of being a coach and a YouTuber, I am a realtor. Have been for about a gajillion years. So give me a call, shoot me a text if you're considering buying or selling property anywhere in the state of Michigan, 269-998-2384. Can go ahead and help you out and see if I can save you some money on either the purchase or sale of property. It can be any type of deal too in Michigan. It can be vacant land, it can be a residential property, it can be a secondary home, can be, commercial property. You get the gist. Any type of real estate transaction in Michigan, give me a call, shoot me a text. Let me see if I can use over 30 years of work within the industry on your behest and save you a little bit of cash. All right, mock draft day. Let's see if I can get this thing all set up. I got to remember how to do all this stuff. So apologies if I mess something up here. Let me pull it up here. All right, there we go. And it should be on the screen now. Now, again, I do want to let you guys know it seems like it's changed a little bit since the last time we've done this. So I apologize if I'm not as familiar with it as possible. But at any rate, we're going to select the Detroit Lions, which you can see. I'm going to go 7 rounds. Let me make sure I get this Lions off the board just because I know that blocks some things. And, hey, things I've learned over time, right? Again, how we'll do this, it'll be majority rules. So when the Lions picks come up, if there's a trade scenario, we'll go ahead and review that. Majority rules lets me know where you guys, the majority of you, want us to go with things. Do we take the trade? Do we decline the trades? If there's a selection on the board, we'll all talk about it. And again, majority rules, where we go with things. All right, I think now that we've got the basis of stuff out of the way, I'll read a few comments, just see where we're at with things, and then we'll get going with the draft. JDC says, good morning, all. And back at you, JDC. Michael, greetings and salutations, coach and do crew, exclamation point. Let's do this. All right, 100%. Lions fan number 1, good morning, all. Trade up for the number 1 pick. LOL, just kidding. Fair enough. Yeah, that would cost a wee bit, and probably the Lions aren't interested in giving up all that to help Chicago. All right, jump. Woo! There you go, the first woo of the day. Quentin, greetings and salutations, all. Get that Alabama corner. He seems like a perfect Lions pickup. Dude has heart. He does, man. And the interview he did after the combine, talking about his mom and praise he gave to her, I think that stuck out with a lot of people, and it resonates who you're getting as far as a person there. Trump, any status on Zane Zylstra? Nothing I've heard recently. My guess is at this point he's probably got to be fairly healed up, but maybe I'm way off on that. My anticipation is he could be a camp body, trying to retain his roster spot or status with the team, but he's going to be in a battle for that spot, I think, this year. All right, Hookadoo, good morning, coach and do crew, back at you. Have a great morning to you, sir. AJ, what do you got? Greetings. Good morning, everybody. Sorry. I still think we trade out of the first round. maybe get 2 seconds or somewhere around that. Yeah, I would agree with that. Yeah, I think there's a strong possibility of that. All right, George, greetings, salutations, everyone. Coffee, McDonald's, and listening to LTL while driving to work. Who has it better than us? Well, I'm glad you're having a good time with it. I'm glad you're able to spend a little time with us on Lions Talk Live while you're driving. So don't watch the screen while you're driving, by the way. Burger time. Oh, yeah, draft day. Good morning, Coach, and thanks for all you do. Back at you, Bergs, and thanks for all you do as well for the show. All right, Papa, good morning, everyone. I look forward to our mock drafts. Anyone think we make some trades? We're going to find out here in just a couple minutes. So, all right, a couple more here, and then we'll get the draft going. All right, Ed, good morning, Coach and Duke crew. Lots of good-looking options at the Combine. Can't wait to see what Brad does this year. He is going to be tested. Yeah, if he can pull off anything like last year, or to be fair, the last 3 years, this year's draft, especially since we're drafting much later in each of the rounds, yeah, they'll speak volumes to him in the scouting department. Vendigo, what do you got? Greetings, salutations, all back at you. Jess, good morning, Duke crew. My bold prediction: Holmes will find 3 starters in the draft. Well, let's find out here. Matthew, greetings and salutations. Good morning, everyone. Eddie, greetings and salutations, everyone. James, good morning, Duke crew, back at you. Voltron Force, let's do this. Matthew, I like Darius Robinson. Yeah, I think a lot of people have picked up on him and really enjoy him. He's a Detroit kid who can play all across the D-line, not just end. Very versatile. Sounds like a Campbell guy. I would agree with that. Yeah, somebody who's versatile, like you suggest, can move around. That's going to catch this coaching staff's attention. Ed, does anyone think Brad will sign a veteran backup quarterback? I do think he probably will. I do think so, Ed. It's just going to be a question of will that person actually make the 53-man roster towards the end of the year. Brent, good morning, Coach Duke crew. Happy to able to join us again. Thanks for all the well wishes. It's deeply appreciated. Another mock draft. Let's go! Exclamation point. Woo! There you go. And yeah, glad you're doing better, buddy. 100%. K-Pop, good morning. Good morning to you too. Matthew, knee cornerback who has size, speed, and a willingness to tackle. I like McCaffrey is still around later. Then he might be a good wide receiver pickup. Yeah, I think if you can get him in the later rounds, McCaffrey, yeah, he's definitely somebody you could groom and develop. So, all right, a couple more here. Let's get this thing going. Ed, mock draft 2.0, fair enough. Donkey Kong, Super Bowl or bust, exclamation points. Woo! There you go, and good morning to you, Donkey. All right, Thomas Kelvin Austin from the University of Memphis got cheated at his 40-yard dash time. He finished at 4:16, but they said it was a 4:32. Yeah, I knew the kid could fly, and I'm sure he'll get retested. And if he wants an opportunity to avenge his time, he'll have an opportunity for that. Sarge, he said he was going to make it, but so far no sign of the Sarge. So we'll see if he actually shows up this morning. Gary, no Ed, and he's not giving Goff a 6-year contract. No, I don't know if he will give him a 6-year contract. All right, Brent, does anyone know why I'm not getting any notifications anymore? Something going on with YouTube? That I don't know. I know we had some trouble with YouTube. I want to say it was Monday of the week where I posted the video, the live feed for everybody to get in. And a lot of people said they just couldn't find it. They had to go into their subscriptions and stuff. So maybe it's related to that, but I'm speculating, just so you know, Brent. All right, Big D, no, I got my notifications. All right. Matthew, veteran QBs, but need to be cheap. How much will they cost? Minshew, I think, yeah, the way he played last year, I think he's probably going to get something out there. All right, Brent, thanks, Big D. Maybe I need to update the big something. So, all right, here we go to Gary. Do you remember Herman Thunderfoot Weaver? I do not offhand, just so you know. All right, enough of that. I'm going to catch up on the comments later. Let's get the mock draft going just so we make sure we get all 7 rounds in during this episode of Lions Talk Live. So, all right, we're going to go ahead and we're going to enter the draft. I want to make sure I got it on the screen here. I don't think there's any way I can make it bigger, unfortunately, but let me take the comments off just so you guys can see more of the screen. We got 7 rounds, normal speed. Let's enter the draft. All right, let's see. Number 1. No, Chicago going with a little bit of a change here than probably most would have anticipated. And I'm just going to say this, guys. I have no control over what the simulator takes or does not take. So keep that in mind, please. Let's see, we're moving on down. We're in the 18s here. So all this, should be taken with a grain of salt. The simulator, a lot of times when we've run it in the past, Caleb Williams is the number one pick. Let's just have fun with this and not go over the top with any of the, commentary like this is unrealistic or whatever, because you know what? It's a simulator. It's not real. All right, we got a couple, it looks like two different trade offers here. One is the Houston Texans. What they are offering is for pick 29 is going to be pick 59, pick 86, pick 128, and Houston's next year's 2025 second round pick. Let's see the next offer. The next offer is from Cleveland. You would move to 54. You would get their 2025 second and third round picks. I'll let you guys debate it. Let me know trade or no trade and which trade. Again, you have Houston or Cleveland. So comment section rules on this, majority rules. I'm going to move on down to the comment section below and see what you guys have to say. But all right, we got one reject so far. Don't forget. I see Ken says, don't forget to hit the like button. Please consider doing that. All right, I'll give you guys about 10 seconds. Take Cleveland, accept Cleveland. Anthony says, accept Cleveland. I'm keeping the comments off the screen just so I don't go ahead and cover up the screen. Depends on who's left. Okay, so let's see if we can hide these for real quick. So you guys can look at the screen. You see Byron Murphy the second is available. Mins, the offensive tackle from Georgia. You got Guyton, another offensive tackle. You got Barton, offensive guard from Duke. And these are just how their rankings are, guys. I don't rank them. Let's keep that in mind. It's just the simulators rankings. But at least as far as the top guys on the board, you can see them here. So let me get back to the comment section. Reject, trade Houston. Okay. Take Houston trade. Take Cleveland. Reject now. Trade with Cleveland. Houston trade. Boy, it's really it's really 50-50 here. Pass. All right. Byron Murphy. Trade with Cleveland. It's the best, but for this draft, not sure. Byron Murphy. All right. Murphy's starting to get a few more. I'll give you guys about 10 more seconds here, just because I get some of them are a little delayed. Another Murphy. All right. Boy, it's about neck and neck with I think it's the Cleveland trade or Murphy, I would say. Unfortunately, I don't have a counter on it. So, you know what? I guess we'll go ahead and just for a little bit of fun, the Murphy trade, hard choice. Yeah, Murphy. Yeah, Houston. Oy vey. All right, I guess we're just gonna go ahead and I think it's a narrow win, but I think Byron Murphy is gonna win this one by maybe a pick or two. So we're gonna go ahead and draft Byron Murphy. Who is he? Just in case you're wondering, he's according to the stats they have here, he's 6'1" and 308 pounds. I get he's got some motor. I get he's got a lot of power as well. So you know what? We're just gonna go ahead and make the selection and then move on to the second round. So there we go. We're gonna take Byron Murphy. The Detroit Lions are gonna go defensive line in their first pick of the 2024 NFL draft, which of course we all know is held at Detroit this year. All right, moving down the board. Murphy all day. Motown Mitch says Detroit. Dr. Detroit says that. Yeah, Murphy as well. Charles said Murphy. Yeah, Trump, hard choice. Yeah, hard choice. Yeah, getting the extra draft capital or going to Murphy, but is what it is. We're just a couple picks away from the next selection. And here we go. We've got one trade offer. We got pick for our pick 61 plus pick 207. We would get Miami's. We'd move down 2 spots plus move up a boatload of spots. Don't ask me to do all the math, but I'm going to say roughly 70, 80 spots with the next selection. So to me, this seems dang tantalizing to move up that much with the later pick to only drop back 2 picks. But let's see what's on the big board because I know you guys will ask. You got Sanders, tight end from Texas. I'm guessing we're not going that way. But you do have Chris Bradswell from Alabama. You do have BB, the offensive guard from Kansas City. You have Jackson, defensive or interior defensive line from Texas A&M. You have linebacker Cedric Gray. I know he's fast. I know he's got a lot of buzz on him from North Carolina. Braid for the safety from Maryland, and then Wilson, wide receiver from Michigan. So you've seen the trade offer. You see who's on the board. Let's see what you guys say. Take it, trade. All right. Pass. All right. Great pick. All right. Murphy all day. Darius Robbins was there too. Yep. Trade. Take it. Trade. Take that trade. Who's available? Hopefully you can hear me. Mike the Marine. Trade. All right. It seems like we've got the trade in a landslide. So let's pull that back up, and we will accept this particular trade offer. So as you know, we're not going to have to wait too long. And what do you know? We get another. We have 2 trade offers now. So the first one is for this pick, 63. Oof, we go back a while with New Orleans. We'd go back to the 149 pick, but we would get their 2025 second round pick. The other offer is from Miami. Again, 132, and we would get their 2025 second. Not a lot has changed, and the board, as you can see, it's basically all the same people. But let's see what say you guys. Do we accept the trade or grab BB? All right. Pass on Saints, pass on Miami. Okay. Pass. Deaton Nealand. All right. Nah. Okay. Nope. Yeah, I'm kind of with you guys on these trade offers. I'm not really jumping at the bit with any of them. Pass on both. Saints lost their minds. So did the Falcons. Motown Mitch, you might be right, man. Ken pass on both. Brent pass. Anthony pass. Dr. Troy BB. All right. Charles Sanders BB. Yep. Pass. All right. I think the majority is pass. All right. So we're gonna pass on those now. Let's pull up real quick. Cooper BB. Hey, we've talked about the Lions having some potential salary cap issues when it comes to retaining the entire offensive line they currently have. We've also talked about the potential that Jonah Jackson is going to be leaving. So if you, in this scenario, in this mock draft, if you're able to grab Cooper Beebe, he's 6'4", as you can see it on the screen. Depending on where you look, and this mock, they've got him at basically 322. I've seen him as high as like 340. So he's going to be a big dude, and he is going to be one that can grind and power. He's good with his hands that I know of, and I know he can displace people and gets leverage on them. So do you guys want to go? Who is available? All right. Pick the O-line, pass on the passes. All right. Who is available? Let's see, Matthew, let me go back to the board. And we got, as far as the top picks, you got Sanders, tight end from Texas. You do have Chris Braswell, the edge from Alabama. You do have Cooper Beebe, who we've mentioned, from the offensive lineman or interior offensive lineman guard from Kansas State. You do have McKinley Jackson, the defensive tackle from Alabama. Cedric Gray, the fast linebacker from North Carolina. You have Braid from the safety from Maryland. And then Jeremiah Trotter, linebacker from Clemson. You do have at 69 Carson, the cornerback from Wake Forest. In case you didn't know, he's 6 foot, basically 200 pounds. So let me know in the comments section where you guys want to go with this from what I was seeing earlier. But I'll give you guys a couple seconds here. A lot of people from BB. Nimble, check position groups, cornerback, OG, defensive end, please. Defensive end is Nimble, Alabama, edge rusher. Take BB or edge from Alabama. All right, BB. Give you about 5 more seconds here. But right now, it looks like BB in a narrow one over Carson. All right, Carson getting one now. All right, 3, 2, 1. I think we're going to go with BB because in a narrow one, it seems like he's going to be the majority rules here. So, all right, we're going to draft BB. So, Lions going back-to-back line picks here. Defensive line in the first round. And then obviously with BB, we're going second round offensive line. Don't have to wait too long for the next one. And so we've got 2 trade offers here. For number 80, for our pick 73, Pittsburgh is offering 84 and 121. Not a bad offer to move back 11 spots. Let's see what the next offer is. And that's going to be from 73, Indianapolis. Getting a little crazy here, getting jiggy with it. Offering pick 118 and their 2025 3rd, 4th, and 6th. So there's somebody on the board they definitely want egregiously bad. Now, you guys are going to ask who's available. So Cedric Gray, the fast linebacker that we just talked about a couple moments ago, is available. Brady, we got it, the safety from Maryland. Carson, the taller, 6-foot corner, 200 pounds from Wake Forest. And then you can see you got an offensive center in Van Pratt. You got Leggett, the wide receiver from South Carolina, running back Irvin, and then Missouri linebacker Hooper, and then Melton. Melton, 6 foot, 190 pounds. So let's see what you guys have to say. Do you want the trades? Do you want to go ahead and draft somebody? What say you? Majority rules here. All right, we pick again at 70. BB, then Edge. Okay. BB. All right. So we got past BB. Take Carson. All right. Pittsburgh offer. Okay. Take Colts offer. Yeah, the Colts offer. Reject. We got from Ranting Q. All right. Detroit D. Let's see. We got or the wide receiver is pretty good. Yeah, I would agree with that. Pittsburgh trade says 9 drinks all day. Hard pass on both those picks in the trade. All right. Melton is nice. Yes, Melton is not bad. Colts trade. Pitts is a good trade. Pass. Leggett, accept the Colts trade. Colts. Seems like Colts is in the lead right now, but by a narrow edge. Greasy salutations. 60 more subs for 6K. Yes, Ranting Q, we're trying to make that push here for 6,000. Both trades were amazing trades. They are, man. They are. That's the hard part, Big D. Meggett, the cornerback, yeah, from Marine the Mike. Leggett, yeah, all right. Yeah, the trades are both good. Melton, yeah, so it seems like another real close one where to go. The trades are great. You get a lot of future draft capital. Hit the like, says Trump. Yeah, please like the video if you are watching and enjoying. Yeah, man, it's tough to where to go here. The Leggett, I know, is getting a lot of love here, and 6'3", 230-pound receiver, and that's the crazy part. Yeah, it's just guys like that don't grow on trees. So it's really up to you guys, and it seems like it's either the trade with oh gosh, who was it? The next one, yeah, the Indianapolis one seemed to be slightly in the lead, just because of the future picks, or taking the wide receiver Leggett. So I'll give you guys just a couple more. Yeah, wide receiver, yeah, he's a dog. Cornerback, we can get Melton with our next pick. Oh boy, here we go. Colts. Defense, Leggett. All right, it seems like Leggett is slightly in the lead. So because of that, majority rules, right? We're going to go with that. And the next pick is 92. So we're going to go ahead and draft the big receiver according to the masses. That's where we're going to go. 6'3" and 230 pounds, man. That's just crazy. All right, we're going to go ahead and take him. He is now off the board, and we won't be long until we're back up again in the third round. And then we got a little bit of a pause for a bit. So let's see what shakes and bakes our way. And would we have gotten them at pick 92? Who knows, man? I'm going to anticipate probably not, but let's see where we go from here. All right, we got a trade offer. Pick 92 and 163 to move back 10 spots, but then move up 43 spots. So, all right, let's see what you guys say. Pittsburgh's wanting to wheel and deal with us, apparently. Your pick, guard center. All right, like it. Why a receiver? Hey, majority rules, Anthony. So that's what the majority wanted, or at least it was pretty dang close. All right, pass is the first call on the trade offer. All right, anybody else got anything on the trade? Maybe people are going to ask what's available, so let's take a peek. We got Ben Snot from tight end from Kansas State. Let's see, Abrams Dream from cornerback from Missouri. Let's see his stats: 5'11", 180 pounds. Don't know a ton about him, and I'd be telling you guys something different if I said anything. So, slot and boundaries, versatility. All right, competitors mentality that fits with the Lions. Let's see anything else here. We got another tight end, Stover. Let's see, offensive lineman, defensive lineman, offensive lineman, edge from Kansas. And no information available on them. So we are getting to the points in the draft where I know, at least at this point, a whole lot less on guys. So there's what's available. You guys have seen the trade offer. Fisk is there. Fisk, take the trade. Receiver, wow. Take the trade. Best player available. Majority rules here. We are, oh boy. Here we go. Fisk. All right, we need to address everything else other than receiver. Hey, I hear you, man, but majority rules here. Take the O-line, take O-line. All right. Fisk. All right. So it seems like everybody's on board with Fisk. So you know what? Hey, we're going to go ahead and take Fisk, the 6'5". I mean, I get everybody knows him. So, hey, we're doubling down on the defensive line unless I see something otherwise here. Trade. All of a sudden, a lot of trade comments come in. Fisk. Funny looks nice too. Yeah. Boy. Trade or Fisk? I guess, man, it's dang close here. It's dang close. So I guess I'm gonna have to say, you know what? We'll move down 10 spots, but we'll go up 43 spots. So we're gonna accept the offer. So all right, let's see. Maybe Fisk will still be there, and that will probably be an automatic pick for most of you guys. Let's close it in here. And nope, he's still there. He's still there. So real quick before, well, I guess the trade's already up here. So let's see. Cincinnati wants to trade. We would move back 14 spots, but we would move up 100 spots with the corresponding pick. So to me, that looks pretty good. But what say you guys? We know that Stover is still there, the tight end. Your boy Fisk, that a lot of you guys wanted, is still down there. So I'm going to guess most of you guys are going to want to grab him. But you see who's available on the board. Let's try to scroll down a little bit, give you a little bit more freedom to see different spots. A couple Michigan guys, Centrilla, whatever, and shorter cornerback. And then, what was it? Colson, the linebacker from Michigan. So what say you guys? Take the trade, or is there somebody on the board, say Fisk, that you guys want? All right. Let's see. Dr. D, Fisk, agreed, Anthony. Trade, Fisk or trade. All right. You got to give me one, Brent. Pick one. Fisk, Mike the Marine, Fisk, Dine Drinks, Fisk. Punny looks real nice, too. Defense wins championship, Trump. Richard Fisk, J.K. Fisk. Is this third round? It was. Now we're at the start of the fourth. Big D, Fisk. Yeah, it looks like Fisk is going to be the winner here. Everybody's on board. Or trade away. Oh, Big D says trade away. Trade. Okay. It looks like Fisk is the majority. JK, pick a cornerbacks coach. I can't, man. I got to go with the majority rules here. So that's part of the mock draft. You guys determine who we go with. We're going to go with Fisk. So it looks like Fisk in a landslide here in the fourth round. Just real quick, in case you didn't remember, 6'5", 300 pounds. All right, we're going Braden Fisk here. So that is the pick. That's where we're going. And then, pun would have been a nice one too. But my guess is we pick next at 120. Let's see, because we did make that trade down in the second pick with the third round trade down. So now we have this pick at 120. So we're still able to get the guy that most of you wanted at Fisk, but we're able to move up exponentially. All right. Talking about trades here. We do have one offer in New Orleans. Apparently just wants the deal, just the deal. So they are offering for pick 120 and 247. Their pick 149, pick 167, and pick 169. That's a pretty tantalizing offer there. But let's see who's available. Defensive lineman, Wingo, cornerback, Penn State, Dixon. Don't have a bunch of detailed information on them, but you guys probably know at least a little bit about them because he played at Penn State. Coleman, offensive lineman, linebacker Ford from Texas. Kyrie Jackson, we've been talking about this guy, and 6'3", 200 pounds. I mean, man, could we get him? We could, and that's crazy that he's still here in the middle part of the fourth round here. So, and then you see running back Lloyd, Theo Johnson, tight end Penn State, and we got a couple offensive linemen. So, what say you guys? I mean, the trade offer, in my eyes, is pretty dang tantalizing. But what say you guys? Let's see. Let's see. All right. Let me scroll up here. I think I missed a few here, so sorry. All right. Remember the Lions. Let's see. Motown Mitch. Remember, Lions don't have cornerbacks, people. that might be a fair point, Mitch. All right. Dr. Detroit. Yeah, cornerbacks in this draft are not starting. All right. Fair enough. JK. All right. Motown Mitch. Mikey is a game changer. All right. Dave, what do you got? Brad will trade up to get Centrella, could be future superstar. Very good. All right, Gary, we need veteran cornerbacks for the team. Maybe a late draft cornerback. No trade, need cornerback, says Charles. Trump says take it. Michael, take the trade with New Orleans. All right, we need a kicker. Take it. All right, fair enough. No trade. Cornerback Jackson. Jackson, very enticing, Big D says. Trade, says Anthony. 9 drinks. Kyrie is awesome. I agree. He's not bad. Jackson's starting to move into the lead here. Take the trade. Good cornerbacks are gone. Take trade. Jackson. Grab Jackson. LS. All right, Kyrie. We have to get satisfaction for Santrilla for more picks. All right, very good. Ranting Q. Jackson, don't need all the picks. All right. I mean, it's pretty close, but I'm going to say Jackson is probably the leader here. So even though I like to trade, the majority rules here, you guys said it. We're going with Kyrie Jackson. You know what? 6'3", 195 pounds. While I'm doing the rest of the mock draft, could somebody pull up? I'm guessing he tested yesterday what his 40 time was. Just be curious between that and maybe the cone drill. All right, so Jackson is the tall corner the Lions have been wanting forever. And you know what? We don't have to go long until the next pick. And here we go. So, all right, we got an offer here, 128 to move back 12 spots and then move up, roughly 70 spots with the corresponding pick. Do you guys want that trade, or you see basically the board hasn't changed a whole lot here? What say you with this? I mean, at this point, I'm thinking you're probably getting depth in most of these areas. But if there's someone on the board you see, like Coleman, maybe you want to go for another guard or maybe a linebacker forward. I don't think there was any safeties up here, but Western Michigan, yeah. Needland, yeah. And this kid, I just know him just because, he's basically playing in my backyard. So I know who this kid is. And you know what? He's done a pretty good job. He is a big end, though. A big end. Massive. All right. So what say you guys? Jackson, don't need all the picks. Trade, definitely good with defense. Charles, trade, no trade. Jackson, 40 times, 4.540. Well, hopefully he can shave that down a little bit. That would be nice, but 4.5 is not slow by any means. Is there a kicker we want at 247? I would imagine so. A couple people coming in here. Rice. Let's see. Matthew Neeland. Yeah, Brent Neeland. All right, what say you guys? I'll give you about 10 seconds or so. But somebody did ask about special teams and kickers. Let me pull them up. The top kicker available right now is Cardi, the kicker from Stanford. I get it. He's got some accuracy in the leg. Most of you guys probably know James Turner from Michigan. I mean, you guys can see it on the screen here. For those who are driving or whatever, I'm just trying to enunciate and get it out there for you guys. So take Big Ugly. All right. Take Dude Man Dan Thornton, the long snapper. There you go. Who's Neeland? He's a defensive end, Ken, from Western Michigan University. I know him pretty dang well just because I live in Kalamazoo, and Western Michigan University is located literally in my backyard. All right, another guard. Take the Big Ugly. Take a kicker. Yes, Neeland, similarities to Hutchinson in 3. Coom in the 20 shuttle. There you go. Rick, the kicker from Stanford. Yes, long snapple. There you go. All right, it seems like Neeland's kind of in the lead here. Kicker guards kind of splitting it. So you know what? I guess we're just going to go ahead and go to the what the masses, what they say here. And Neeland, I mean, yeah, he's a massive end. If you guys haven't seen him, you get a free moment. This is where we'll go with the pick. Dude's got a motor. He does not stop. I will give him that. He plays hard on, I'm going to say every down, give you the rah-rah coach speech, but he is a massive human being. There's no way around it. You do not find many ends that size. He is also going to be somebody who can play on pass rush downs interior, so he'll be able to move inside. So we all know the coaching staff likes guys that are Swiss Army knives that can go all over the place. He fits that bill, the majority rules. So there you go, a little bit of information on you, and we'll go ahead and draft him. The hometown kid comes back, and now we've got a long wait until the next pick. So we're going to go through the 5th. We're going to go through most of the 6th, and we'll be at 247. So while the simulator is going through, let's just go ahead and recap real quick. Lions, hey, you said we wanted some defense. That's where we went. Yes, we did get the wide receiver that's going to probably get a couple people. Let's see. Bergs just sent me a message. Do you know a hometown here, Derek Jeter, since it's his hometown? True story. I do know him. Scott Rayberg. They were both in my graduating class. Played basketball and other sports with Jeets. When he comes back into town, usually he's very kind to everybody. He tries to get everybody together, and usually he even picks up the tab. So he's a good dude, man. Always has been. I can still remember his dad telling him when he signed his first contract for minor league baseball. His dad said, "You don't get to spend it, man. I'm going to give you allowance." He wore the same Yankees jacket he did in high school throughout most of the time. I know he was in the minor leagues. I mean, it was crazy because even in like 7th, 8th grade, he was a New York Yankees fan, or whatever you want to say. That was his team, and the fact that he actually got drafted by him. I remember at high school when the draft happened. Everybody was like shocked and stunned that he ended up going to the team that he was grew up being a fan of. So his family grew up in the street, or lived in the street right behind Kalamazoo Central High School. So yeah, it was just one of the more crazy storylines ever. And then so in that graduating class, you had Jeets, who went there, Damian Patterson, who played in the NBA, Scott Rayberg, who was an offensive lineman and just one of the biggest human beings you ever see. Kind dude, super gentle, but he was like 6'9". He was like 250 or 350 pounds. His dad was a teacher. His dad was his size. His mom was like, I don't know, 5'2". So it just shows you how genetics go, man. But he played for a couple Super Bowls. I want to say it was for San Francisco and the Patriots on one of their Super Bowl teams. So he had a long career too. And I want to say there was another guy who played, can't remember his name offhand, but he played in the NHL. So it was just crazy that in one class you had kids in basically all the major pro sports. But Kalamazoo Central has a long-standing history of being a sports school. All right, enough about that. Let's get back to the draft, and here we go. Here we are. We've got the next pick, and it's 247. We have no trade offers, and let's see. I know a lot of you guys are going to want to go kicker here, or probably right around here since the 7th round, and I believe it's our last pick. It is our last pick. So let's see what we have up here at kicker, and we're going to go up there. And you know what? Stanford's guy, Cardi, is still there. You do have Turner from Michigan. I know you guys, a lot of you mentioned him in the past because he was able to hit near 60-yarders. But if this, you guys let me know right now what position you want to go after. You see the big board here as far as who's available, the remaining picks. Do you want to go kicker? Do you want to target something else? Let me know in the comments section where you guys want to go with this. Stanford kicker creeps on me. All right. Running back, Vilda. All right. Kicker, Murphy. Yes, brother. Defense. Me too, Gary. All right. Nealon looks like a beast. Yeah. If you get an opportunity today, go ahead and check out some video on him. I mean, Western's, whatever it was, 5-6 years ago, Western Michigan University went undefeated. And that's when their coach got snagged up by Minnesota. But they've had some good teams over the years, and he's one of the better players they've had in probably the last 5 years or so. Kicker, if available. All right. Silver, what do you say? Maybe I missed something in yours, but it says Vilda. Okay, Vilda, if available. Kicker, best kicker. Get a undrafted free agent kicker, says Dave. Dave also says kicker. Let's see. Trump, kicker or defense. Good morning, Phil. Good morning. Good morning to you too. A place kicker, anyone? Vilda is fast. 5'7", 230. All right, just for Silver, let me see if he's available. So we'll go to offense and we'll go to running back. And yeah, he's on the board right there at he's might be the number one prospect overall, still available. Says, yeah, he's available if you guys want. Silver Surfer apparently knows more about him than I do. So I'm going to have to defer to his wisdom on that. Let's see. Yeah. All right. Ken, what do you got? Kicker. What the heck? Kicker from Stanford has a big leg. He does. Gary, kicker or O-line. Dave, Rex is okay. Tight end. Silver Surfer, Vilda also has vision. All right. So right now it seems like the vast majority of you want a kicker. So am I correct in saying that? I'll give you guys like 10 more seconds. I get Surfer wants to go running back. Dave, let's see, Rex or is okay tight end. All right. Mike, running back Vilda, a 4.4640. That's pretty fast. Richard Stafford, kicker. Silver led the NCAA in rushing. Vilda is best player. Yes, Brent. At least according to the big board, Vilda is the best player available. Correct. Ken, big leg from Stanford. Yep. All right. So right now, it's the majority rules, and it does seem like it is Stanford. Draft the Mountain Dew delivery guy. I would do that every day of the week if I could. I would probably trade up to do it and then do it again in later rounds. So we're going to go give a chance to Bagley. Yeah. Vilda. All right. So starting to get a few Vilda. Silver Surfer's doing his magic here. Mike the Marine says undrafted free agent for kickers. Vilda. All right, Brent. So, I mean, I get it. I mean, if you wanna go ahead and beef up the running back room, which hey, we run the ball a lot, so I get that part. So I'll give you guys about 5 more seconds here. See what you fill in here. Survey says. All right. The vast majority for the kicker, we're getting some people for Vilda, but I guess we got to go kicker here. Beer. All right. Vilda. All right. 9 drinks. Vilda. Good morning, Phil. JDC is going to have a beer to celebrate this. Draft a referee. That would be nice to keep some calls in-house for sure. All right. You know what? I guess we'll go ahead and make the pick here. It looks like the majority is still a Circle K CEO. There you go. There you go. I like that one. All right. Well, unfortunately, Gary, we don't have enough votes for that one, but you got my vote at least for the Circle K. All right. So we're going to go ahead and go kicker Stanford, excuse me. And there we go. That will complete this mock draft 3.0. Real quick, we'll review it. So Brian Murphy, defensive tackle. Cooper Beebe, offensive guard. And, let me get this off the board. There we go. So you guys get to see all the picks, and definitely a defensive heavy draft. So I get the running back at the end there that Silver was pushing. I would have no problem with him either. He would have been best player available, and he would have added a little bit more depth to the running back room and a little bit more youth as well. But either way, you got a low-cost kicker there with a big leg. You got some real tall players in Leggett and Kyrie Jackson. I mean, 2 6'3" guys. They're pushing 230. I mean, Kyrie Jackson, I don't think is quite that heavy, but the receiver was, 200 pounds. I mean, I think we got some pretty good value here. We're able to help the offensive line, help the defensive line in a couple different spots. You're going to have some massive bodies between these guys, Murphy, Fisk, and then Needland. I do like the cornerback spot, even though I think we all know whoever we're going to bring in this year is going to probably have to grow and develop for a while. As far as Leggett with this particular draft, the chances are we're going to lose somebody from the wide receiver room to free agency. If that does happen, you're starting to develop a little bit of depth there, and just, hey, injuries won't impact you as much. The cornerback, like I said, with Jackson, you're going to get some just rare size for a cornerback, and then the big leg kicker. So, all right, let's really fast draft. Yeah, we got it in just under 43 minutes. I mean, we didn't waste no time. So, really fast. All right, I guess I can go back to bringing up the comments here. Mock draft is light and fun. Love it. There you go. And the really fast draft. So, all right, guys, I'll go ahead and finish up the mock draft here. Didn't get quite an hour, but we got about 43 minutes. We did power through it pretty quickly. So if there's some breaking news later today, I'll try to get it over to you guys as quick as possible. Other than that, if you haven't yet subscribed to Lions Talk Live, please consider doing so. We're about 60 subs away from 6,000. Hit that thumbs up button. Fred, what do you got here? Good morning, Coach Ducru. Draft looks good to me. I also didn't know until last night Needland played high school football at my high school rival. He's from, quote, my neighborhood. I'm really rooting for him. Yeah, he seems like a good dude. I mean, I don't know him personally or anything, but yeah, his measurables are not bad. Brent, fun draft coach and crew. Can't believe that the NFL Players Association graded Sheila Hamp at a B-. What the heck? Ridiculous. Yeah, I got to imagine as time goes on that will change, because she seems to be all in on making the Detroit Lions the place anybody's going to want to come to and then stay once you get here. Michael, great job on the mock draft. Yeah, you guys all did a great job with it. And, not going to make everybody happy with every pick. But the fact that is, hey, majority rules, a couple of them were incredibly close calls between, this person, that person. But, hey, that whenever you have a good talent available, that's probably going to be the case. JK, what do you got? Mock draft, A-? I think, yeah, I'd be pretty spot on with that. There's probably no real impact player that everybody's, jumping up and down, cheering all over the place with. But there's some real good picks here and really helps out a lot of different spots. All right, guys, I'll go into the K, go get my morning Mountain Dew and hot dog, and just go from there. So I'll hope to see you all on the next Lions Talk Live. Have a great morning, everybody.